So are you thinking about moving to Raleigh, North Carolina, and just sick and tired of looking at all the Google Maps and just want to know for yourself, what does it even look like to be there? Well, hey, on today's video, we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna show you exactly what it's like to live in downtown Raleigh. I will say though, I'm only gonna capture what I can on through my lens. So if there is an area that you want to cover, make sure to drop it in the comments below. Should have put some glasses on or something today, man. Sunglasses, I don't know. But what's up, everyone? It's Ronnie here. If this is your first time on this channel and you want to know everything about Raleigh, North Carolina, first off, you're in the right place. Second off, make sure to hit the subscribe, like, and the bell so you are notified every time we do these videos. You know, we get phone calls all the time from individuals looking to move to Raleigh, North Carolina, or just even seeking for more information. And we absolutely love it. So if you're one of those individuals looking for more information or actually trying to relocate to this area, give me a call, shoot me a text, email, day or night, heck, maybe even on the weekends. I got your back in this market. Now this map is for all my visual people that are probably curious and wondering what the heck is this guy going to show us on this video. If you look at this circle, you look at this radius, you're going to see exactly the radius that I stayed in within this video. So if you're ever thinking about moving in this area or hey, curious to know what downtown Raleigh looks like, you're going to want to stick around for this one because you'll be able to see it all for yourself. So if you don't know by now, you're going to learn that I don't like to waste any time. I like to just jump straight into it because all of our times are precious, right? So you don't want to waste it, and I don't want to waste it because I want you guys to be able to get the entire scope of what downtown Raleigh looks like. And as you can see already, we're checking out some homes. You know, this is us driving right down into Raleigh, and this is the route that anyone can take really to get down there. And you can see the real estate here. And you can kind of get an idea of the type of homes that is in the area and what they do look like. This is not obviously all across the board of downtown Raleigh. You know, everything is changing. Everything is kind of getting gentrified in my personal opinion. So yes, there will be, you know, different type of styles home like the one right there to the left. That looks like a multi-family, in which you really don't see those in Raleigh. It's primarily single family homes, and that's kind of the style that Raleigh gives you. In terms of price, Raleigh's all over the place because everything is gentrified and everything is developing. So I think a safe number, a subtle number to say is 500,000 is what you can kind of ballpark around. Of course, you're going to find some areas with less, and of course, you're going to find some areas with more. But ideally, I think the 500,000 range is a good range for you to even identify, like, hey, you know, is this an area that you even want to be in? Again, different type of homes, a very older style as well. Here to your left, you'll be able to see Shaw University. So if you're a college student, you can see how close proximity you have to downtown Raleigh. And the campuses is pretty much spread out all throughout downtown Raleigh. So you're walking, I wouldn't say miles, but you're definitely walking to different buildings and locations that they do have. Can't believe I almost forgot to mention about townhomes. Yes, so that is a common thing that you will see in downtown Raleigh. I think the only big picture, the thing that you do miss with the townhomes is the aspect of a backyard or having places for if you do have any children to play. Besides that, I mean, there's a ton of parks in which we will see a little bit ahead, in which if you don't have that backyard aspect, you know, the parks, everything in the community, it makes up for it in the long run. And there goes one of the parks that I was talking about. So this is Moore Square Park. We'll check it out a little bit later, and you can actually see the different activities, the different things. You can see the layout for yourself of what it all looks like. But a ton of different things go on in that park all the time. So now we're out of the car. Now let's go walk. Let's go strain our feet and go really check out, you know, what downtown Raleigh is like out of the car. And now we can really take a walk through the city and give you the entire idea of what downtown Raleigh even is like. So this starting point is pretty much, we've seen this road already. If I were to look to my right, you will actually see the school, the middle school that you probably already seen if you do look back into the video. Now we're gonna go look at this mural here, and I like to look at these murals just because they're all over the city. You know, I think, you know, Raleigh creates and just borns a lot of artists in which you can just, you know, take a look and take a glance at to see the art. I think the only thing that I lacked in this was making sure I got the creator's name, so you guys can find who actually made this and kind of see what other kind of artwork did they have. But yeah, I couldn't even tell you who these individuals are. As you can see, there's some faces there mixed in with some vegetables. But yeah, this is Raleigh's art for you, and there's gonna be a little bit more that you can go ahead and check out. Now we're gonna take our stroll through City Market, and just so I don't lose you, you know, over there to the right, that's essentially where the mural was. So I just went down that ramp and ended up right here in City Market. And what City Market is, to be honest, I can't tell you too much of the history because I am not a historian and I don't really look into the history as much, but there is some sort of history behind this. So if you do know about this area and you can, you know, give more information to any of the viewers, please drop it in the comments below, so then I can pin that comment and, you know, share all that information. But ton of different shops, ton of different things that you can go check out here in the area. I will say that there is one place that you must look at, and that's this one, Big Ed's. Great breakfast place. This is not a sponsor, this is not an ad, it's just me wanting you to have a good time and understand, you know, what's in the area and what is there even for you to do. And, you know, as we keep strolling through, you know, the City Market area, you can take a look to see what else is here and see what else piques your interest. And when you're here in Raleigh, you can truly indeed just check it out for yourself. But hey, take it away. If you're at this point and you like what you're seeing, please make sure to hit the subscribe, like, and the bell so you're notified every time we do videos. You know, we cover videos about Raleigh, North Carolina all the time, and we don't want you to miss a beat. All right, now up here's me doing what most people shouldn't be doing, jaywalking. It's okay, it's all for you guys, right? But here's the Moore Square Park, as I mentioned that we will get to a little bit later. You can see there's a nice little dog park that was there probably about 2 years ago, so it wasn't there, at least when I used to visit there all the time. But here's Moore Square, and you can kind of see, you know, a little bit of high-rise buildings for you. And you can check out, those are actually, that's not a hotel, it's actually a building that you can rent out. But we're gonna go check out Moore Square so you can see truly indeed for yourself, what does Moore Square have to offer to you. And here it is. You know, this is we picked a great day to go tour. Because this is I think it was like some vintage market. I don't know exactly. It was a vintage market thing going on though, in which you can kind of get different clothes, down to the shirts, shoes, old style. That's really what it is. But let's get back to the road, in which if you were to look to your right, Moore Square would be there, and now you have all these different shops and restaurants that you can go to right here in downtown Raleigh. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but if you were to look, it says Moore Square Station. That is the bus station. So if you are a person that does like to take or needs to take public transportation, this is essentially where the bus station is, and this is where, you know, obviously the main hub of pickup and drop off would be. So if you are looking for anything that's downtown and, you know, you're curious to know what the public transportation is like, you know, that is where it is located. Now let's say your day at the Moore Square Park gets way too hot and you need to cool down. Marlboro Kid Museum is literally right across the street, in which you can go and check out and just hang out, get a tour and just enjoy yourself. Let the kids really enjoy themselves, because it's really all for them. As you can see, in addition, you know, what else do they have to offer? And there goes some more art there. I'm not sure if this is a part of the Marlboro Kid Museum, but it's art like that all over this city. It's beautiful to look at, especially if you're an artistic person. You just kind of like to be a visionary. You like to see things for what it is. You like to kind of read what was the artist thinking at that time. You know, you're going to be able to do that. See, there goes another one. Yeah, in this area, you're going to see a little bit of a change, a little bit of shift, because now this is primarily servicing the workforce of any government officials. Shouldn't say any government officials, but anyone that's really working for the government. I know this building to the right is the North Carolina Department of Revenue, if I'm not mistaken. So there goes that. And then a little further ahead, we're going to be able to see, I tried to get, you know, a visual for you guys and to really give you the entire idea of what it looks like, but it was getting extremely hot, I'll be honest with you, so I didn't want to go ahead and walk over there. Call me lazy, that's okay. But that's the North Carolina State Capitol building, in which we could see a little bit more. You could see kind of that front view of it. Here's another building to the left of us. You're probably wondering, what is this? It's very protective. Yes, because it is the Justice Building. Or you could look at it as the Supreme Court of North Carolina. I don't think it's a building anybody wants to be in, but that's what it is. And I'll go ahead and try to give you another visual of the State Capitol building, which, again, all these trees just didn't let me prosper for this day. But we're approaching the front of the building, in which you can finally see it after me stalling for this long to getting you guys to see it. And I'm sure you've seen the front of it before, because typically whenever there's something controversial happening, you know, everyone likes to take a picture of the State Capitol building and just kind of see the entire view of it up front. And there we have it. There's a State Capitol building, the view of it, finally. Now we're gonna have the opportunity to stroll down Fayetteville Street, probably one of the main streets in downtown Raleigh, in which you can find a lot of different bars, hangout places, food places to go eat. It's a good place if you want diversity and things to do. You know, this is definitely gonna be the place, because there is a ton of events that always occur in this area. And I will say, you guys are in for something extremely special, because when I was actually getting ready to do this, when I scheduled this, I did not know that there was an event happening today, in which we were able to catch the beginning phases of them setting up to then the aftermath of it all. But essentially, what event was going on today? This was actually the Pride Festival's event, in which it didn't happen since 2020. And now it was here in full effect, and now you guys can be able to see the before and after. And, you know, thankfully I was able to catch that all. So finally we can get out of everyone's way and allow them to do the setting up that they need to do. And now we can kind of check out this other part of Fayetteville Street, which this is kind of where you see more and more events going on as well. So it's not only just the street in itself. They actually were thankful enough to block that entire street off for this event. But here you'll see a lot of side things that you can do. Even, you know, during work hours sometimes, that you can have different individuals, different event fundraisings, volunteer events. I mean, you name it, a lot of things go on the street, and this gives everyone the space to be able to do so. But this is a bunch of different businesses and corporations in the area in which people obviously come here to work, or if everyone's still working from home, they do that as well. Now we're gonna go to the other side of Fayetteville Street and just check out the Raleigh's Convention Center. Ton of events go on there. Just wanted you guys to take a glance of it and see the proximity of downtown that it is. So if you guys are ever visiting, you know exactly where to go. If you have already watched any of my previous videos, you would have known already about the construction in this city. I mean, this is just a prime example. This is showing you front hand of the construction that goes on. There's pros and cons to it, but there's definitely something to be cognizant of as, you know, you're looking through Raleigh, even trying to visit and navigate whether you want to be there or not. What you see now probably won't be what you see in 5 years. But here is Nash Square Park. It's very similar to Moore Square. I think Moore Square has a little bit more events than this park does. This is more of, in my opinion, just a park where a lot of people just come and just sit down and relax, and just chit chat maybe, you know. All right, now we're gonna get back into the car. I've told you guys, man, this was one day of walking. If there's one thing that I did, I got all my steps in this day. But this is just gonna give you another visual of, you know, just downtown Raleigh from a different angle, a different perspective, a different view. You know, that was really my goal here, is to make sure that you guys can see all the different aspects that Raleigh offers, so you guys who are thinking of moving to this area or even have questions know exactly what you're getting yourself into moving here. And I think that's a powerful tool, you know, being able to see a city, being able to navigate through a city without having to be here. You know, you could be able to tell for yourself if this is a place you want to be in. Now, of course, everybody lives different lifestyles, so if you do have any specific questions, you do have anything that you do want more guidance on, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, email, day or night, heck, maybe even on the weekends. And I'll be more than happy to answer any of those questions that you may have. But back to regular routine. We're actually going to head to Glenwood. Now, if you haven't heard about Glenwood South or just Glenwood Avenue, you're going to want to see this place. I mean, yes, Fayetteville Street is one place where you can go get drinks and kind of go hang out, but Glenwood is like top-notch, next level of being able to get drinks, you know, go to a club, go to a lounge, you know, get some food, and it's everything is really there. And you know, I'll stop speaking just because I want you guys to truly indeed see it for yourself. And there you have it. Here is Glenwood. Like I mentioned, ton of different bars, ton of different clubs, ton of different lounges, places to eat. I mean, it's here. And from where we were, it was maybe about a 2 minute, less than 5 minute drive, I'll tell you that. Now, if you're walking, of course, it's a different story, but from where we were, it's less than 5 minutes to get to Glenwood Ave, and you know, you can come here and enjoy yourselves. Everything that I've been able to show you today has only sadly been on the left side, but if I were to show you the right side, it's entirely the same exact setup as the left side. A ton of different bars, ton of different lounges, ton of different places that you can go to really just hang out and get something to eat, or maybe you just want to get something to drink really quickly here. If you like what you saw today, don't forget to share, don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe so everyone around your sphere, or even those individuals that you share this to, they can be able to see this content. You know, we're going to make sure that we cover the content of the Raleigh area so you can see exactly what it's like to live in Raleigh, and you can make a better judgment whether you want to be here or not. And if you still have questions, or you have even areas that you want me to cover, please drop them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to make videos on that.